De Niro. So stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid.
This one right here is a...
You were requested.
What are you doing?
It's been a while since my last video of Console 1 and UC1. Since then, there's been a ton of content surrounding these two control surfaces, so we don't have to get into all of that. And a lot of you guys have been asking me to come back, so thank you. I appreciate your support. Your support helps me to continue growing this channel and running it. You know, the little ticker on the heartbeat thing. Boop, boop. We still have more to cover on this channel. My job is not done. I'll leave the link for the first video here. One of these. There's been a ton of content surrounding these two, and we're here to answer one simple question. Which one is straight to the mountaintop cream of the crop? Yeah. There's been, stop it. For me, God, man, Console 1 still wins. I think it's getting ugly. So I have the Console 1 Mark III and the SSL UC1 right here. Let's see how these two stack up. Boom! So just like last time, both units are just fantastic. As soon as you see them on your desk, immediately you want to get to touching knobs. You want to turn something. You really can't go wrong with either one. And here's where Console 1 again wins. New with the Console 1 Mark III, the previous version shipped with their SSL 4000 emulation, and they've switched things up this time around. Right out of the box with the unit comes their core mixing suite. That's all the sounds of their tape, FET compressor, opto, and bus compressor plugins. A modern and vintage EQ, and you can select a number of different consoles, different flavors, different colors, and sounds, different characteristics, so right from the door, they are still an overwhelming favorite in my opinion. In addition to all their console emulations, you can make your own hybrid console. So for instance, I load up that core mixing suite, they preload all of the new plugins that they ship with, and let's say for some reason I want to change that vintage EQ out. Now I can load up all of Softube's offerings, all of UAD's offerings. They've even added Fab Filter plugins. So I can switch it out with a nice surgical Fab Filter Pro Q3. And I'm already jumping right in, turning knobs, getting to the sweet spot, finding out where my problems are. So you can build your own hybrid console using Softube's, UAD's, and Fab Filter plugins, and you can mix and match as you see fit all of the different sections. So right out of the box, SSL and Softube have it laid out perfectly for you. I'm a huge fan of SSL's layout, where they have their filter, their EQ section, their compressor section, their gate and expander section. Everything is right in front of you, and they have the classic bus compressor with the beautiful VU meter. With the Console 1 Mark III, the new additions include a tape and preamp section, so you can load up some of your favorite tape and preamp emulations. It's good for that first stage saturation that you want. They have their shape section, a dual stage EQ and compressor sections. Excelente for serial processing. And I love the drive section. You can really dial up the drive, get all the color, get all the flavor and the character out of the consoles that you have loaded up. Just so many flavors to choose from when you're using the Console 1 ecosystem. SSL still has a really great channel strip and bus compressor plugins. And let's tip the hat because they also added an additional channel strip that you can control. So they're starting to get the picture there. And you have to give it to them because they do sound fantastic. Very important differentiation between the two. Console 1 offers pan, volume, and SYN control. Before you can control 3 SYNs, now you can control 6, where there's not on the SSL UC1. They both have such a user-friendly layout. You know exactly what you're reaching for right out of the box at a quick glance. The same mappings develop a muscle memory, a speedier workflow. The math is simple, guys. Come on, keep up. On the Console 1, track navigation, we have 20 buttons at the very top, the very nice click factor, and I love that. And as you click, obviously your session follows along to your selection. Another new addition to the Console 1, they've included LCD screens that tell you exactly the track that you're on. And then you can also bank, if you have more than 20 tracks loaded up, you can also bank over. On the UC1 track navigation, there's a rotary dial, and you can turn the dial. The LCD keeps right up. All the plugins parameters snap right into place depending on the track that you land on. Pretty cool. On the UC1, they've updated the rotary encoders for analog failing potentiometers. They've upgraded the knobs so they're touch sensitive. The LEDs surrounding the knob respond to touch, and your LCD screen updates as you change parameters. The resolution is just great. You really have confidence that you're gonna land on the parameter that you want. You don't feel like you have to be too careful as you're turning dials. You see the LEDs follow, and your LCD screen updates, giving you the information that you need. And it's so responsive, it works so well. I'm not a huge fan of the SSL knobs, however, they do feel like they were ripped right from an SSL console. They're not very loosey-goosey, but they also have fine control, so that if you feel like you're gonna overshoot the parameter that you want, the fine control really helps ensure that you're not gonna overshoot the parameter that you're looking for. One of my gripes with the UC1 is that the button press doesn't feel as satisfying. I wouldn't say it's a cheap feel, but you don't get any click feedback. Depending on how aggressive you are will determine its lifespan, so I would handle with care. I have a track playing right now, so let's take a look at the metering. SSL has the beautiful VU meter. I am a huge fan of that VU meter. Very, very sexy metering. So you have your LEDs on the left-hand side. You always know where your levels are, no matter what track you're on. With the addition of the LCD screens on console 1, you can actually toggle the LCD screens to give you different information. Real-time analysis of your EQ curve, you have your standard metering, and you can also toggle to a VU meter right on the LCD. There's also a gain reduction meter, you have your real-time waveform, shape section, EQ section, compression section. And you have 2 of them so that you can put exactly the information you want on each screen. Voila, as they say in France. I know they say it. They say that in France. I know it. So let's take a look at their respective plugins. UC1 offers is their 360 app. Their 360 app gives you a bird's eye view of your session, gives you all the information of all of the plugins that's loading onto your track. They auto-populate into the session in your 360 app. And it gives you all the information about your track and all of the parameters. You can even make adjustments via their app. This really gives you the sense that you're in the studio. You're not really staring at a screen, you're using your ears. You can actually really immerse yourself in the mixing. I have a lot of submixes that I add the bus compressor plugins on. In the 360 app, you can see all of the submixes that I have bus compressors on. You get all the information, you can make adjustments from here. If you don't want to use a mouse and keyboard, or if you want to navigate using the controller, you can. So that's really cool. Selecting a track in the 360 app does select it in the session. So that's also a really nice touch that I didn't get the first time around. What's nice about the Console 1 GUI is you also have a bird's eye view of your session. There's also a bird's eye view of all of your parameters that you can toggle through. And a nice touch for Console 1 is that their GUI supports the plugin even if you don't have the controller with you. If I didn't have the mk3 sitting on my desk, I could still use the plugin and load up all of my favorite consoles, all of my favorite EQs and compressors, and I can still make adjustments and changes using just the plugin GUI and not their separate on-screen overlay app. And you can also change the order of the processing, which is a really nice touch as well. The plugin GUIs, Console 1's resizable, not so much for the SSL. We call that the battle of the startup screens. Just gets you excited. You want to start mixing. You want to. You got to. Here's where SSL started leveling the playing field a little bit. Now SSL offers their 360 Link plugin. You can load up some of your favorite VSTs, and ironically, we're going to load up a Softube plugin, and you can control the parameters of the VST using the UC1. And programming the controller itself is fairly easy, where all you would do is highlight the parameter on the plugin, and then you move the knob that you want to assign the parameter to. And now you can manually map all of your favorite plugins. Now, does this take time? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Maybe. Maybe. But you have to tip your hat off to SSL and UC1. I have to believe that Softube's not too far behind with being able to offer the same thing. You could pick up a UC1 these days for $300, $350, where now the new hot Ferrari, the new sexy thing is Console 1's Mark III that you can pick up for $800. I totally think it's worth the upgrade. The Mark III is one of my desert island pieces of gear. It's always one of the first things that I get when I'm rebuilding, and it just so happens that I'm in a rebuilding phase. So it was the first thing that I picked up on. So that's the comparison between the Console 1 Mark III and the SSL UC1. Both controllers are amazing at improving your workflow. The stuff is just getting too good. For me, Console 1 still wins this. They added to what was already a great desert island piece of gear. The UC1, still really cool. It's a great utility control surface, but I really think you need to add the UF1 and the UF8 together, a complete ecosystem for it to really stack up. I cannot wait until Softube drops their new version of the fader. I will be the first in line. You will see it here first on my channel. I will get it here one way or another, guys. We're gonna do SSL's ecosystem, SSL's collection of hardware versus Console 1, and I don't know. I haven't seen dedicated transport control from Softube yet. Maybe they're working on it. Can't wait for it to drop so we can have the real conversation. Anyway, I wanna thank you guys again for watching. It's your boy ZndBorn. I will catch you on, and it feels so good to say this, but I will catch you on the next video. Peace. I want to love you like a superstar.